The 2026 Volvo XC60 T8 Ultra Black Edition all-wheel drive PHEV in crystal white over charcoal Napa leather. This year, it gets some updates on the exterior and the interior with technology. And when you go the T8, you get the most performance with 3 different variants in its trim, 8 different colors to choose from, 2 different interior colors. I'm Anthony from Supercar Throttle. 5 hours is going to get you 35 all-electric miles. When you use the gas and the battery together, you're getting 560-mile range. The Black Edition, what you're getting is going to be with the updates in that front grille, with the Iron Mark mesh grille inserts, all glossy black. This is all new for the year. It integrates into the Thor LED daytime runnings and LED headlights. The lower gets the glossy black air pocket with 8.5 inches of clearance, so it sits up enough. Now, a comment that's going to come right off the bat is this starts around $62,400-ish. What we're showcasing is over 75 grand. And if you go to the Polestar, it's over $81,000. So ticking the box to the higher features and to the higher trims is going to escalate the price quite a bit. But what's housed underneath the hood is truly a gem because it's packing more than just performance out of this 2.0 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder with an electric motor. That's an 18.8 kilowatt high voltage battery. The ICE is giving us 312 horsepower in that electric motor, 143 horsepower, giving us a combined of 455 horsepower and 523 pound-feet of torque paired to an 8-speed Geartronic automatic transmission, achieving 63 mpges combined, 28 mpgs. So now I'm scratching my head because if I'm looking at competition like BMW and Mercedes, it's going to be a lot more money than this. Even if you go into the Polestar, you'll still have a savings and you'll have a ton of range. If you go to vehicles that would be in class with this, it's going to outclass it with performance because Lexus doesn't have something to this level, nor does Lincoln. That's why it stands out of class, giving you kind of that sweet spot in between. The Black Edition, it carries on with these upgraded 21-inch black diamond cut alloy wheels. Styling, performance, and luxury, the 3 things that are captured when you go into the XC60 T8. And that Black Edition comes into the rear with the badges getting all blacked out, vertical LED taillights, LED center light bar, reverse parking sensors with the 360-degree reverse camera. The lower gets a touch of the gloss black, so it mimics exhaust outlets because a few years back they did the hidden exhaust and they've just carried that over. It's a PHEV, so I'm not necessarily looking for it to be so performance oriented. That's why this is truly an amazing vehicle. I mean, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Would you go to this or the competition? Click a like, and if you haven't already, click the subscribe because all these clicks help with the algorithm so we can bring more vehicles to the channel. Power liftgate going into 21.6 cubic feet of storage. You have a little storage net with a storage pocket, 12-volt charger. You got bag holders on both sides, LED interior lights underneath the floor. Well, you're going to have a little bit of storage. Now, you do have a full pass-through with front to back giving you 37 inches, which is over 3 feet, and side to side at 43.5 inches. All SUVs should be able to pull levers in the back to fold out a 40-60 split. And unfortunately, they're still doing this. It's 2026. And with them folded down, you're going to max at 63.6 cubic feet, which is 70 inches from front to back. That's nearly 6 feet. So you might not have to go up into the XC90 in order to get that extra cargo capacity if you don't need a third row. What does 455 horsepower look like? Too quick for its own good. It is insane what Volvo is giving, all blended in, 4.5 seconds. You know, when I come to Volvo, I always tell them, I say, look, you should tell people how fast these cars are. Because when you're getting into the $70,000 price point, you start looking at the Germans for competition, in which this is spot on with them. Comfort in the ride is good. We got upgraded wheels. You can add air suspension, but we're already over 70 grand. So I don't know if I would keep ticking the box to more features because they do have an XC90. Ride comfort is good. The seat cushion is going to be a little bit more firm, but I personally like that because it helps whenever you have any herniations or any back pain at all. Technology is taken care of, but then the con is this thing comes out of the dashboard. It's literally looking like everybody else now, and Volvo used to be so minimalistic. The Scandinavians do a great job tailoring the dash, the interior amenities, and the actual materials that they use, but then they said, we want to make it bigger, and I guess they forgot to redesign it. I'm gonna check the brakes. You can stop on a dime. Turn radius at more or less a stop point is a con because it's about 3 lanes. Let's rock and roll. It literally takes off. You can feel the front lift. That's how much power you have underneath the hood of this vehicle. It's not a perfect weight distribution, so don't go crazy with taking bends in the road, but for a vehicle that is not going to be boring, you could do adventures in this, you could do some performance in this, you could do your daily chores in this. It literally takes the box to every single thing you would want in an SUV. The styling alone is impressive. On the interior, there is definitely some cons, but the sound system is amazing, so that also helps with some of the pros. The adaptive cruise control, you can go almost a mile without being engaged. There isn't a lot of vehicles that you can go that distance. You would have to spend over $100,000 in order to do so. The new Google interface is easy to use and operate. There isn't as much glitch as the prior. I like the charms that come into the interior. The back seat is comfortable, and you can also option things like a booster seat. So they really look for family when you're going into Volvo, opposed to the competition where they're just like, okay, I'll give you some performance, or I'll just give you luxury. They never blend both. And I feel like Volvo finally got it correct. But you can let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out this next video right here. And I'd like to thank our friends here at Crown Volvo Cars.